What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Phones and Drones. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. Thanks for following this channel. Thumbs up this video and subscribe as well while you're here. So for those of you that actually do follow the channel, you would know that ever since the original Fold came out, we were a huge advocate of it. It was an amazing device. I think it was definitely ahead of its time last year. But now that they came out with the follow-up, the successor, the Z Fold 2 5G, or for just lack of better terms, we're just going to call it the Fold 2. This really is an evolutionary upgrade for this. This category, foldable, Samsung has really just been running the tables with what they offer. And they have now multiple devices off of multiple price points for a foldable device. I think for what you get, the Fold 2 here is the best value. And I definitely think what they did here with the upgrades are definitely substantial enough to justify that same price point. For those of you that don't know, this obviously is that foldable device with that 7.6 inch 1768 by 2208 pixel screen size when unfolded, and then you have that much larger cover display that you guys have seen me using right on the outside here that is finally almost, I guess you could say, as edge to edge as you would assume the first one should have been. They did it here, and it makes a world of difference. For those of you that haven't watched any other videos out there on this device, the battery on here is 4,500 milliamps, but because of this screen on the outside being so much more usable and having so much more real estate, I don't find myself opening it up, and I know a whole bunch of other YouTubers don't see the huge battery drain on this 120 Hertz display on the inside just because of how convenient using that little outer edge display is as well. You can see the continuation here works flawlessly well. Whether you're starting from the inner to outer screen or outer to inner screen, it works amazingly well. Scrolling is perfectly smooth. The 12 gigs of RAM that they put in this device really does stand out. There's a lot of adjustments they've made with this new hinge and folding mechanism where you can obviously do a whole bunch of other positions like you could do on the flip. You can actually have it take up just the top of the screen. It works the same way as if you're in the camera. There's just so many tweaks here that make this an amazing upgrade over the original device. Speaking of cameras, you are getting quite a few cameras on this. You have the triple camera setup on the back that actually has, they're all three 12 megapixel cameras. You have a 12 megapixel wide angle lens, telephoto lens, and an ultra wide angle lens. Obviously they all have different apertures, but I have had no issues with the video on this phone or photos. And I'll throw up some samples right here for you guys to look at as well. You can see the colors look good. They're very punchy. These are just point and shoot photos here. No editing done, straight from the Fold itself. Now moving on past that, the camera on the selfie, the front selfie is a 10 megapixel sensor for the cover, and then a 10 megapixel cutout punch hole as well for the inner camera as well. You do have stereo speakers. You obviously do have Bluetooth 5.0, Wi-Fi, BGN, AC, and Wi-Fi 6, which is huge. I have actually an upgraded Wi-Fi network around the house that utilizes Wi-Fi 6, and having this take advantage of that is definitely nice to see. You are going to get that Adreno 650 in here for the GPU. You are getting those 12 gigs of RAM, like I said. One UI 2.5 with Android 10. That should be upgraded here very, very shortly to Android 11. Samsung's actually been one of the better ones now recently upgrading those devices. In addition to that 4,500 milliamp hour battery we talked about, you do have that reverse wireless charging here, and you do have super fast wire charging, which still is only 25 watts. You're not getting the same 45 even that you got last year in the Note series. I don't know what Samsung's doing here with the charging, but it does take a little longer to charge than you would probably like to have. So it's just something to keep in mind. The way they actually also upgraded this with that interior glass folding display makes a world of a difference. You can see here in the other videos and right here as well, you still have that crease no matter what way you want to cut it. It's there. It disappears while you're using the device, but don't get it twisted, it's definitely still noticeable nonetheless. Aside from that, gaming has been phenomenal. Watching videos on here has been great. I've had no issues with this device at all. I really just have nothing bad to say. I've had a couple power draining issues with the battery, but that was just on the apps themselves. It was not indicative of the device, but everything launches great. Like I said, I'm not a huge gamer. For those of you that follow the channel, you'll know I play a little Call of Duty here or there and a couple other little random games, but they look great. They play great. The frame rates never drop. The frame rates just look good on everything I've played. Call of Duty, PUBG, everything does just work like you would assume it to. That's really all I have for this video, guys. I don't have too much. I don't want to waste too much of your time. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the new display? Do you like it that it doesn't have that big cutout? It has that hole punch on the outside and inside. This is kind of in an odd position, but not a huge deal for me personally. It kind of disappears into the content you're using. But that's all, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is this your next device? Can you justify $2,000 on a phone? I think if you're going to spend $2,000, this is the way to go. A maxed out iPhone 11 Pro Max and now the soon to be released iPhone 12 Pro and Pro Max, they're going to touch close to it with the 512 gigs of storage that they're going to offer. So you think 2,000's a lot in the grand scheme, but if you actually look at these financed phones, they're coming close to this price point, but you just don't realize it. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned to the channel, thumbs up this video, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.